night. Alex wakes in a quiet apartment, the sunlight slanting awkwardly across the living room. The air smells faintly of coffee, but the kitchen is untouched. Dishes sit in the sink. It's been weeks since Liam disappeared from Alex's life, and every movement feels heavy. The city outside continues its daily rhythm, but Alex is frozen in time, haunted by the last conversation that ended in an argument. The last laugh that felt like a promise of forever. Walking to work, Alex notices the small things that pierce a street musician playing Liam's favorite tune, the flicker of a cafe sign where they shared their first coffee. Each sight twists grief tighter into the chest. At work, Alex goes through motions, automatically mails, meetings, phone calls, but the mind drifts constantly to memories, unspoken words, moments that now feel like impossibilities. That evening, a peculiar photograph arrives in the mail. It's unsigned, old, yet familiar. A snapshot of Alex and Liam standing in a park that no longer exists. The image seems to shimmer, almost like it's breathing. Alex's heart races with confusion, curiosity, and a fear of hope. Could this be a mistake or something more? The photograph calls to Alex. Streetlights stretch into impossibly long shapes, and the hum of the city takes on a rhythm that feels like breathing. Alex realizes they've crossed into a parallel memory world, an impossible place where moments past are tangible, yet fragile. They warn that revisiting the past comes at a cost. Every choice to linger can reshape memory, but the chance to confront regret is unparalleled. Alex hesitates, aware that grief and guilt may be unleashed in their rawest forms. Yet the longing for understanding, closure, and the chance to reconnect with Liam propels Alex forward. Crossing the threshold, Alex steps fully into the shimmering world, leaving certainty behind and embracing both wonder and danger. In the memory world, Alex wanders streets that look like fragments of the past, the old park where they first met Liam, the corner coffee shop frozen mid-morning, laughter suspended in mid-air like glass bubbles. Here, Alex can interact with moments they thought were lost forever. They watch past conversations, hear unspoken words, and sometimes, almost impossibly, touch fleeting glimpses of Liam. Yet the world is fragile. Interacting too closely can fracture the memory itself. Alex must tread carefully, confronting unresolved emotions. Anger surfaces, the lingering resentment over fights, the words left unsaid. Guilt presses down like a storm. Each step forward becomes both a test of courage and a mirror to inner turmoil. Amid the melancholy, Alex discovers small joys, revisiting a shared joke, replaying a moment of affection, or noticing how much they've grown since. Slowly, Alex starts to realize that grief isn't just about loss. It's about understanding the full spectrum of what once was. Through these reflections, Alex begins a tentative conversation with Liam's memory, asking questions they never dared before, listening for echoes of forgiveness, for recognition of love that transcends time. With each interaction, Alex's heart loosens slightly, and the path toward acceptance begins. Alex ventures deeper into the memory world, noticing that choices made in the past are no longer fixed, they ripple and change. Streets split into multiple paths, each leading to a different version of a moment with Liam. One path shows a reunion they never had. Another shows the argument that ended everything, magnified and painful. Alex feels the weight of possibility pressing on their chest, the haunting question, what if I had done something differently? As Alex moves through these diverging echoes, the emotional intensity grows. Memories are no longer static. They react, shift, and sometimes speak back. Alex experiences a confrontation with a version of themselves, stubborn, prideful, and unwilling to admit mistakes. It's a painful reflection, a mirror to the self they've denied existing. Anger, regret, and longing surge in waves. But Alex slowly begins to realize that guilt cannot be rewritten. Only understanding and acceptance can bring clarity. Through this emotional crucible, Alex learns to navigate grief with intention. They experiment with responding differently in past arguments, allowing forgiveness to take root. In one fragile moment, Alex reaches out to Liam's memory and touches his reflection, a gesture that cannot change the past, but can transform the way Alex carries it. A new sense of strength emerges. Grief is no longer a chain, but a guide, showing where love and courage intersect. By the end of the episode, Alex stands at a crossroads, ready to step back into reality, but changed forever. Emerging from the memory world, Alex finds the city both familiar and alien. Time has moved, yet a new perspective reframes every street, every corner. Alex carries the weight of revelations and self-forgiveness. Yet the challenge now lies in reconnecting with life outside the shimmering echoes. Back in the real world, Alex confronts the tangible effects of grief on everyday life: an empty apartment, the quiet hum of the city, and reminders of choices not taken. The first steps are awkward relearning routines, acknowledging loneliness, and navigating relationships that had been neglected. Alex realizes that while memory worlds offered understanding, the present demands action. By the final scene, Alex sits in a park where they once walked with Liam, eyes open to the present, ready to embrace life fully. And the quiet hope of future love lingers on the horizon. The city, once a backdrop for grief, becomes a canvas for growth. Alex also begins new creative pursuits. Journaling the memory world experience, sketching abstract echoes, and reaching out to people long ignored. Each act of engagement strengthens resilience and demonstrates that emotional growth manifests in tangible ways. But a connection rooted in understanding, trust, and mutual vulnerability. Throughout this renewal, Alex carries the memory world like a secret garden, a source of wisdom, perspective, and courage. Challenges continue, work pressures, social anxieties, and echoes of old regrets. But Alex approaches them with measured calm, informed by hard-won insight. The final scenes depict Alex standing at a city viewpoint at sunset, gazing at a skyline that reflects both past and present. The wind carries a whisper of Liam's laughter, not literal, but a symbolic reminder that love endures through memory, action, and the choices we make today. Alex's journey closes not with an ending, but with a new rhythm of life, open-hearted, resilient, and ready for another day.
Every story carries a lesson. If this one reached you, subscribe to watch more videos like this.